Will anyone stop Burnley or Sheffield United in the Championship this season? Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to yet another video. I've got to say, after another set of Championship games, it's just the same narrative. Burnley and Sheffield United do not look like they're going to be caught. They both won in this weekend's Championship games. Burnley beating Coventry City 1-0 at home. Sheffield United dispatching of Stoke City 3-1 at home. Before we get into this video guys, do make sure to hit that thumbs up button and do make sure to subscribe. Share your comments down below. Let me know your opinions, especially if you support one of these two. Gotta say, looking at this Championship table, the gap seems insurmountable, especially when these two don't want to lose. If you take Hull City out of the equation, these two are the only two teams that have not lost in their last 5 league games. They just look unstoppable. Like I say, looking at that table, the gap seems insurmountable, with it now being 11 points between Sheffield United and Watford, and it's a 16-point gap for Burnley down to Watford. Yes, Sheffield United occupies second space, so they're, if anything, the slightly more likelier to be caught, but I still don't see that happening. Burnley, let's talk about them first. They just keep winning. They're unbeaten at home this season. They've won 10 out of 14, including 4 draws. No defeats at Turf Moor. I will say that when Burnley host Sheffield United, that's maybe the best chance for that record to be broken. But seriously, no other teams look like beating these two at the moment. Burnley are just flying, aren't they? I got to see them in action against Coventry City today, and one thing that stood out for me today is I've seen Burnley be scintillating in the Championship this season. I don't think they were particularly amazing against Coventry, but they've just got such good squad depth, and they've got that winning feeling that going into that final half an hour, it only felt like one team was going to win it. Like I say, Burnley, they can play some really nice football, and even in the games where they're not at their fluid best, where they're in 3rd or 4th gear, they can still win these games, and that is the sign of a team that is going to get promoted. They've only lost the 2 games this season, and they're both on the road. 53 goals scored in 27. That's roughly 2 goals per game. Unbelievable. Like I say, so strong at the back. I like Muric in goal. I think they've got a good back line. They're experienced. They just know how to get these results over the line. And going forward, so much quality with Teller, Rodriguez, Benson, and just all these quality players going forwards. Like I say, good squad depth as well. And Vincent Kompany is turning out to be a very, very good manager. And I think it'd be great to see what he can do with this team when they get to the Premier League, not if. For me. Sheffield United are in 2nd place, and once again they beat Stoke City. Another win for the Blades, and they just continue to sit in 2nd place. Like I say, if anything's going to change between these two, it might be that they swap over, but at the moment it does seem a pretty safe bet. Burnley should win the league, Sheffield United should come 2nd. I know there's a long time of this season to go, and they might point holes and say if you lose a couple of games, if there's a bad run for either of these two, can that gap be shut? Well, let's look at the chasing pack. West Bromwich Albion, Blackburn Rovers, Middlesbrough and Watford are the teams in the playoffs that occupy that top 6 with them. And West Bromwich Albion are in good form. We will give that to them. They are playing like a top 2 team. But the thing is, even though West Brom are flying, and we can even say the same for Middlesbrough, and Watford have got good quality as well, they've let this gap get so big now. These teams in the playoffs will have to win something stupid like 8 games in a row, and even that won't entirely shut the gap. Blackburn Rovers are a team in there that I think are a little bit of a not to worry team for these two. I think Blackburn Rovers are starting to tumble down the division. There's a few too many defeats in there for me, although I will give Blackburn credit for being there. Watford have just been a bit too inconsistent. They've got the quality to be a top 2 challenger, but once again they've let the gap get too big. I think the best threat, I will say, are Middlesbrough and West Brom. I think these two do possess good teams with good form and good managers now that can really shoot up the table, but still, like I say, this gap has got to a point where I just don't see it being shut. We've got less than 20 games now, and like I say, Burnley and Sheffield United just need to keep churning out wins, and even if they were to go on a little bad run here and there, I just can't see it happening. Sheffield United, so much quality as well. I will say Paul Heckingbottom is the best thing that's probably happened to Sheffield United in the last couple of years. I've got to say, when they had Chris Wilder, I thought, how could anyone fill his shoes? He was so good. He got that club, he was passionate about it, and he was just so good at getting the results for Sheffield United. I liked what he set up there with that formation, the back 5 and everything, but we'll give Paul Heckingbottom credit for what he's doing for Sheffield United after Jukanovic's dismal fail of a managerial spell there. Paul Heckingbottom did really well in the second half of last season and has really got them gunning this season. So they find themselves in 2nd, bang on 2 points per game. And like I say, the way they are going, I just don't see any of these teams shutting them down. Burnley and Sheffield United fans, do give us your thoughts down in the comments. What is it about your team this season that's been so much better than so many of the other teams in the division? Like I say, we'll give credit to those teams that are occupying the other playoff spaces, but they're just certainly not doing what Burnley Sheffield United have done over the course of the season. So for me, I would put good money on it. I think Burnley and Sheffield United are going up in the automatics. I don't even think the odds would be that great on it. Let me know your thoughts down below, guys. Do make sure to drop a like. Do make sure to subscribe. Burnley and Sheffield United just do not look like being stopped. I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.